Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Tonight's episode is going to be about Saint Lazarus. His feast day was actually yesterday, December 17th, so tonight's video is going to be the focal point on this particular saint. Now, I have his picture right here, and as you can see, he is depicted as having a pair of crutches and being surrounded by two dogs. He is the patron saint. For those of you that are not familiar with Saint Lazarus, he is the patron saint of people who suffer from physical disabilities. Anything being from like infirmities of the legs, arthritis, joint pain, that sort of thing. I myself suffer from cerebral palsy, so whenever I find myself, struggling to be able to walk or to make it from one end of the room to the other, because I'm in so much pain all the time, I usually just stop, close my eyes, invoke the power of Saint Lazarus, and he'll help me to kind of like lessen the pain or remove the symptoms of whatever it is I'm going through, so that I can be able to complete the tasks that I've set for myself to do on that specific day. Now, as many of you know, I also have bath salts that I personally make myself, that I infuse with different fragrances and different saint oils. And one of the bath salts that I make is a eucalyptus bath salt with the Saint Lazarus oil. Now, if you're one of those that suffers from arthritis, joint pain, or like myself, that I've had hip surgery, people use it as a muscle relaxer, or to kind of like relieve their sinuses. So there are many different options that you can, or directions that you can go into with this particular bath salt. But always remember that whatever the case may be, you always invoke the power of Saint Lazarus to help you. If you remember the biblical story of Lazarus, he's the one that Jesus brought back from the dead. So it stands to reason that many people invoke him when they feel that they're like at a loss, that in times of trouble where they struggle with their disability, they struggle to manage to go through daily life living with a particular disability. I highly recommend Saint Lazarus because he is very, very powerful when it comes to kind of easing that stress of having to deal with, to struggle on a day-to-day basis with a disability. Now, when it comes to the bath salts in general, people use them for all sorts of things. I've gotten different testimonials from different clients that I've made the bath salt for. They say that it helps with their sinuses, it helps clear up their sinuses, that it's a good muscle relaxer, that it just helps them to kind of like relax, forget about the stress of the day, and just move forward. Now, I've also been told that the eucalyptus also smells like Vicks, so this is kind of like a substitute for Vicks for those of you that don't like, to rub the actual lotion or the oil or whatever on your body. This is good as well. I also have the Saint Lazarus oil to accompany it. You can also purchase it at your local botanica. Um, if you have any specific joint pain, muscle pain, leg cramps, rub some of the oil on the affected area, the area that's bothering you. Say the prayer to Saint Lazarus and invoke his power, and he will come through for you. I have complete faith in him, uh, as I do with all my other saints that I work with. And he has come through for me every single time. I've actually prayed over some of my clients who've been in the hospital because of joint pain, muscle pain, or where they've actually had to undergo surgery for some problems like with their legs or their hands or any part of the body really. But as I said, he's very, very miraculous. Just have complete faith in him. Trust and believe that he will come through for you. And he will, definitely. He's done it for me many, many times. And I know that he will do the same for you. If you're interested in ordering the Saint Lazarus bath salt, I will be posting the website on the bottom in the description box at the bottom of the video. You can purchase it for yourself, for family members if you'd like, whatever the case may be. So I hope that you are able to incorporate Saint Lazarus into your altar. Also, just a little bit more information before I end the video. It also helps if you light a candle while you're bathing. That has to do with Saint Lazarus, and his color is yellow. So if you light a yellow candle with his picture on it, or just a plain yellow candle, just put his picture, the prayer card, you can get that and put it right in front of the candle, and as it burns, just kind of soak in the tub and invoke his spirit and ask him to help you to relieve that pain that you're suffering from. Now, as many of you know, I've mentioned this in the past. When I say a prayer to a saint, when I invoke the power of a saint, I don't rely on the prayers that are printed in the back of prayer cards, because I feel that if I'm reading it, it's not as sincere as me speaking from the heart. So if that works for you, fine, to each their own. But I personally just like to sit, close my eyes, meditate, call on a particular saint that I'm working with, in this case, Saint Lazarus, and ask him to help heal the pain that I'm going through. If you can find any of the objects, depicted in his imagery, like if you have a pair of crutches, you can use that. Just cross them together like in an X, and put them right by your altar, or put them, I guess, if you want, like in your bedroom or anywhere where you have a candle or an image of Saint Lazarus, to kind of invoke him, so to speak. If you also have dogs, fur babies, some of us have animals, some of us have cats, some of us have dogs. But if you have the exact same imagery or objects that are depicted in his imagery, that helps a lot, as well as the candle and the bath salt. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope that you will invoke the power of Saint Lazarus to help you overcome any type of pain that you're going through, to help you ease, to kind of give you like peace of mind, so that he can be able to do his part and help you to kind of like slowly get over the pain, slowly overcome that obstacle that's hindering you from getting better. Don't ever feel that that you're at a loss, that that you feel that you're a burden to anybody, because you're not. Saint Lazarus is there for a reason. If you invoke him with a lot of love in your heart, and if you call on him, he will come through for you. I know that in the past I've had to call on him, and I feel his presence around me. And when I feel his presence around me, I know that everything's going to be okay. And I know that if you do the same, everything will turn out fine. Trust and believe that everything's going to be okay. As always, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all your love and support and your comments. They would keep me going, and what motivate me to keep making these videos for you guys. If, like I said, if you're interested in purchasing the Saint Lazarus bath salt, I'll be providing my website at the bottom of this video in the description box. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.